Hi, my name is Atul Kumar, and you are presently at the Company Theatre Workspace in Kamshet. Kamshet is this small town between Bombay and Pune. So, driving time wise, we are about 3 hours from Bombay and about 1.5 hours from Pune. This was also very strategically chosen, this space, because this is a theatre hub, a theatre residency. It's a residency where artists from all over India, all over the world, they come. It's a kind of a laboratory which we use for rehearsals, for research. Artists also come here just to repair, just to be and spend time by themselves. They don't have to necessarily do anything specific. Very often there are projects which are result oriented, so we try a lot to make sure that artists get enough time to just be by themselves. So that's also something which we do. So let me begin by giving you a brief history as to how this place came about. As I was growing up practicing performing arts in the city, I realized that some of the most wonderful art centers, art residencies were places which were actually outside the big cities, in places like this in the countryside, where artists could really have ample time to live, to be together in their community and have no sort of hindrances, no disturbances of the city. So it was always a terrific dream. Now, it was only a dream, and one tried to raise a lot of funds from the corporate sector, from the government, but very little support, very little success. So there's this friend of mine who is also a cultural impresario of sorts. She's also a theatre director. Her name is Nimmi Ravindran. She earlier used to run the office in Bangalore for India Today, and she once looked at me and she said, "Why are you looking so sad?" And I said, "We can't raise funds to create a space like this." So she took me to her artist friend, a visual artist, and Mr. Yusuf Paradkar in Bangalore, and told him to give me one of his paintings, which he did. It was an expensive painting. And then she took me to another artist, S.G. Vasudev, and he gave me another painting. So we started collecting paintings from different painters, hoping that one day we'll have many and we will be able to then sell them and have enough money to buy land to create a theatre residency. And we then started going all over India, right from Shanti Niketan in Bengal to north, to Baroda, to in South India, everywhere. We even went to Paris, where lots of Indian fine artists live, and we collected from 159 artists, we collected 196 works. We just collected them. These are the people who trusted me, who didn't know me. Not many visual artists are fond of theatre or performing arts, but they trusted another artist completely, and they gave me these paintings. They all came via Gati transport company, and suddenly I was inundated with all these works, which we exhibited in Bombay and managed to sell each and every painting in one single day. They all got sold. We had suddenly the money that we always dreamed of, and it was there. Then started a long journey of going all around Maharashtra looking for a piece of land which was like this, which was beautiful, which had a water body, because it's a dry region, which was not very far from Bombay and Pune, which had schools, roads, electricity, everything. So our want to list was huge. So it took us about a year. We saw more than 500 pieces of land. Every day we used to get out and see 3 or 4 lands like that. So finally we chose 2, 3 of them, and then finally this one. But then by this time our money was over, which we had collected, and then we bought the land, and we had the land for about 3 years. We used to come in our small Maruti car and park it there, I remember. And we used to put our tent on the other side and make bonfire. We used to swim in the lake and do Tai Chi and yoga, and dream that one day we'll be able to create our studio and living spaces. Then fortunately, one day Shakespeare's Globe Theatre in London approached us and they said, why don't you do a play for us, which we did. And it was a huge hit. It brought us a lot of money. And we put all the money in this project, and we created living spaces for artists. We created an outdoor stage, a semi-open stage, which is like a dance floor, and then a wooden floor inside studio. Here we are. 2012 is when we started living here. It's 2021, and hundreds of theatre groups have, and dance groups, and musicians and dancers and writers and also people from other fields of work, not just artists, have visited this place, and they've left their energies behind. When we came here, it was not so green. It was quite arid, actually, a bit like those mountains that you see at the back. It's quite desert-like, actually. That's why we wanted a place which has a lake which is alive 12 months. This lake never dries. It's a catchment area, people. So there's a dam. So a lot of rainwater that gets collected in this dam comes from these hills around us. And then the dam is used to basically send the water regularly through the year to about 4 villages after the dam. We have grown more than 1,000 trees, shrubs, bushes, fruit trees. We have orchards. This is a brand new orchard that we have laid out. So here we put lychee and cherries and avocados and all kinds of stuff. We also believe in the fact that we don't know what might grow over here. We sometimes were surprised by things that grow here. We never thought they will. So there's nothing wrong in just putting something in and taking care of it. It might not grow, it might suddenly grow. So we have mango is our main growth. So we grow Alfonso and Kesar. So that's what we have. A lot of jackfruit right behind you. And here, if you look carefully, we're also very organic. We never use any chemicals to grow any of this. So it's been more than 10 years. Not a single bit of chemical has been used for plants or to pest control. We use all natural substances, and we get our stuff from the neighboring village. We also use a lot of people from there to work for us. So we work as a community. Every year down we have a festival which has music, dance, theatre, other things, and we call all the villages around. We also do theatre workshops in the school where the children are. So a lot of theatre, dance, music goes back into the community as well. This is our guest house, and we can accommodate all together along with this large space, and this about 40 to 50 people. And that is behind this is our main kitchen and dining hall, and we can accommodate feeding about 40 to 50 people at a time. So this is us. So really altogether I can't thank each and every artist who helped us, an artist who came here, people who donated, people who worked very hard to finally build this space, and all the artists who keep coming here and keeping this place and the energy alive. I couldn't have asked for more.